as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it as
Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
Hard running there.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
To throw, it's Saunders. Rushes on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bunch formation for these receivers. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Breaking into the top 15, just one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
you got to keep winning. But now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Let's go.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll test the right side. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll pull it on the read. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Alabama quickly back to the line. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They're testing the right side here. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Rides to back and leaves it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Perhaps Jets emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game. They'll try a second time. Trying to get it to the marker. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabs it in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, I love when defenses have a plan and they know what they're going to get. They see the jet sweep. They're not caught off guard. Nice job setting the edge, rallying, running to the football, and getting the guy on the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
That's caught. It's Williams. Turning it on! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They go 4 verts and stretch the field, put a lot of stress on the safeties and the DBs, and then what do? You find your matchup. You find your guy that can absolutely fly out wide, throw the ball up, let him go get it, and make the big play.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. The give out of the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free unimpeded.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Alabama. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, We'll keep you posted.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Can't get him to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this move, David Carlisle, to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Russell. The sure hands, it's Williams. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. It's Lewis. There he goes. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Flips it out in the flat. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
To the air, it's Saunders. Got it in the middle, it's Gilmore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted for the 11th time. Touchdown, Bama! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. They go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throwing right. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Breaks into the open. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's up to 51 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's second and goal from the 7. Here comes the heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Absolutely perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Russell. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the 1st down. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Now on 2nd down. Toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On his way from around the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Lofts one high and deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Scanning the field, it's Saunders. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the side.
Oh, he's got some space. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And we've already seen it a couple times now. Like, he is more than willing and actually quick. He's quick to get those puppies moving and get out the pocket and go scramble and make a play. If this defense is paying attention, his feet is a big part of this game plan.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Kentucky.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Saunders. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throat?
Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going deep. Pulls it in on the left. It's a running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. They trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Horton.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on fourth down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
Handoff to the single running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown tie. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Wildcats in the hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the best thing about this, the offense can't about the scoreboard, just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Give to the back. Makes his man miss. He now has 63 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Back to pass, it's Saunders. Here's the pressure. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Pressure coming. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get...
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The lone back's got it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from them.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse